Aaron, thank you. And now at 11, you could call it a skid and go. An 85-year-old pilot tries to land but went in too quickly. The plane hits the runway without its landing gear deployed and then takes back off. CBS 4's Kerry Codd spoke with the pilot and shares his amazing story.
There's no gear.
This is not a stunt video. This is amateur video of a veteran pilot surviving a frightening situation. At a landing strip in Fort Pierce earlier this month, the pilot said he came in too quickly to land, retracted his landing gear, and skidded on the runway.
His props are all messed up. He's going to crash.
But he didn't crash. The pilot made it safely home to Fort Lauderdale to tell us all about it.
It was touch and go.
85-year-old Chris Georgiaklis started flying 50 years ago, but he said he's never encountered a situation like this. He said after he decided not to land, he put his flaps up to ascend, but the plane sank and he hit the ground. Then he was worried about his speed.
I noticed that when I was going out, it was only 100 miles an hour, and that's perilous because at 92 the plane stalls. And I said, oh, good gravy, man. I can't get any lower than that. This has got to go.
And he did. He radioed to the ground for help, but there wasn't any.
Well, what they told me was, well, you know, if you have a problem with something, there's nothing here that you can't get anything done or repaired here.
With damaged propellers, he and his dog Buddy flew home about 100 miles to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport.
The dog never complained at all. The dog was okay.
Georgiaklis watched the video with us. He said he never felt scared, just focused on what needed to be done. And he really doesn't understand all the fuss.
You got to do the right thing to survive.
Georgiaklis told me the FAA is looking into the accident. He also told me his flying days are over here at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, not because of the accident, he said, but because flying is getting too expensive. And after nearly 50 years of flying, he said he's simply ready to move on. In Fort Lauderdale, Kerry Codd, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Glad George and his dog are okay.